Top 5 quarterbacks, scariest, that are left in the playoffs. We're going to start with number 5, Green Bay, Jordan Love. Jordan Love in his last 9 games has 21 touchdowns and 1 interception. Went down to Dallas and absolutely woodshedded that defense that led the NFL in takeaways. This is why scary this weekend. He has absolutely gutting zone defense lately since like week 11. His QBR against zone defense is 85. San Francisco plays a ton of zone defense. Jordan Love in his first year as a starter. Number 4, Stephen A. is going to hate this one. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. Because when Baker Mayfield's been doubted and when Baker Mayfield's feeling himself, he wakes up feeling dangerous. You say stop, Dan. 60 explosive pass plays from Baker Mayfield this year. That's top 5 in the NFL. Guess what is Detroit's number 1 weakest on defense? Explosive pass plays. That is a scary matchup for Detroit defensively with Baker Mayfield. Number 3, we're going to go to the best player in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, no matter what is going on with that offense, Patrick Mahomes is still scary when he gets the football in his hands. I know the offensive tackles have not been great. I know this team leads the NFL in offensive penalties. I know these wide receivers and pass catchers lead the NFL in drops. This guy's got a chance on Sunday to break hearts up in Buffalo, and he still, with his legs, is scary on that 3rd and 8 moment of like, oh my gosh, what's he going to do with the football? Until someone goes and knocks him off, he is still wildly scary, even independent of what's around him. Number 2, Josh Allen. Josh Allen was the 2nd best player in football this year outside of Lamar Jackson. And Josh Allen has Patrick Mahomes that now has to come to his home in Buffalo on Sunday night in that weather with that crowd. And I think that crowd is going to be absolutely outrageous. And the way that he is playing right now and the way that he can take over games has the chance to catapult a team that's decimated with injuries to the AFC Championship. Number 1, you're going to the NFL's MVP, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, the questions of can he get it done in the playoffs? We've never seen him, kind of be the guy in the playoffs that was the reason his football team won. He's never had this supporting cast. He's never had this style of offense be played. And Lamar Jackson, 6, 7, 8 times a game, I've said it all year, he takes a play that is absolutely nothing and makes it into something. He was the first guy that I said, man, you could have the perfect defensive play call, and you could have the defense, all 11 of those guys, play it absolutely perfect, and it still won't matter. He is still that guy.
All right, so we got Lamar, Josh, Patrick, Baker, and Jordan. Mina and Stephen A., before you jump in, fans at home, that QR code, scan it, grade it. We want to see what you give Dan. Mina, would you like to go first?
What do you got, MK?
Because Mina, I felt like you had a hard time maybe with this name right here, number 4.
Yeah, 4 is Dan Orlovsky standing under the hoop, begging us to dunk on him, and I will gladly oblige. Baker Mayfield over not just Jordan Love, but C.J. Stroud is a wild choice. They should both. I would put C.J. on the list above Mayfield. I would move Jordan Love up. Love in particular, Dan. Since the second half of the season, who has been the best quarterback statistically under pressure? Jordan Love. Who has been the best quarterback on 3rd down? Jordan Love. Who has actually been the best quarterback, period, according to QBR? Jordan Love. Baker Mayfield has been 20th. I understand your point about matchups. He has the easiest defensive matchup of any of these guys, but I don't care. Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud are playing out of their minds right now, and you are out of your mind for making the end of your list look this way.
The matchup's got to matter. He's going against Detroit, who struggles to. Last week, outside of poor red zone from the Rams offensively were very good in that football game. And I understand Baker's not Matthew, but the way that those receivers and Mike and Chris are playing, Cade Otton, they're going to struggle to cover that tight end. Like that's a
Wait, let's give some context. So this isn't just scary quarterbacks. This is based on opponent.
It's always in context with me, Molly. Just like it's always fluid.
Moving the goalpost?
It's always in context.
Okay, Steven?
Well, first of all, you don't know how to do fluid. All right, that's a damn shame. Secondly, you don't have a dancing bone in your body. Please don't embarrass yourself like that over national television again.
He actually has
Number
rhythm.
3, don't stop it, Molly. Just stop.
No, he
it,
did.
really.
That was bad, but he does. I've seen him on
Stop. Make him stop.
Number 3. Mina is absolutely on point. You can't have a top 5 list in these playoffs without C.J. Stroud at the quarterback spot. You have lost your damn mind. I mean, please, excuse me, it's the top 5 right there. I'm looking at 5 selections, okay?
Damn,
I don't care.
1 through 5.
It's
1
scary,
through 5,
though. It's
damn
not
it.
the 5 best.
You can't have I'm talking about a list that
It's
includes
my list,
5.
Stephen A.
All right,
It's
it's a
my
list,
list.
okay?
But it is
I'm
1 through
saying
5,
of the 5. It's 1 through 5 is all I'm trying to say. You can't have the 5 and C.J. Stroud is not on the list in terms of being scary. He certainly goes up there ahead of Baker Mayfield. I'd elevate Jordan Love, and here's where it gets tricky for me too. I'd elevate Patrick Mahomes above Josh Allen. Let me tell you why. Because you're looking at this season and you're contextualizing it that way. I get that. But he's about to go up against Mahomes. That's been his nemesis. He's beaten him twice in the postseason. You got to get over that hump. And until he does that, I can't put him above Mahomes because no matter what we've seen from Josh Allen, it might not measure up against that dude because it hasn't yet. I have to put Mahomes above Josh Allen.
You're
and
looking
if
at
Dan,
it.
if
Go
you're,
ahead, Mina.
I was saying, if you're so concerned about matchups and context, that's where I would also echo Stephen A. I think Patrick Mahomes has a much easier matchup. Buffalo Bills defense has been sensational, but they are extremely injured. Whereas Josh Allen goes up a Kansas City Chiefs defense that, frankly, should be a much bigger story in these playoffs, the way they're playing against a defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, who maybe outside of the guy in Baltimore is calling defense better than anyone in the NFL right now.